And the other three valleys of the Oxley electorate were established on the timber industry, on the hard work, on the hard yakka of those people that came to these valleys and have given us the opportunities that we do now have. Carolyn, we have the strongest rules in the whole of the world in terms of timber industry. We weren't doing some very smart things through the 70s and the 80s. Yes, you can laugh, because that's the problem. There is no respect to have a proper conversation and a proper debate. I do beg you, I do ask you to go and have a look at the biodiversity report that's on the New South Wales Environment website that wasn't written by politicians, it was written by scientists. Dr. Neil Bryan, Dr. Wendy Craik, Dr. John Kinneary and Professor Hugh Possingham. It talks about the need for biodiversity and to stop the fighting between boundaries on maps and take a whole regional approach to the way that we manage land so we can increase biodiversity, so we can create industries that are sustainable, that employ people. You might just like to say 300 people, who cares? The 300 people and their families, their mental anguish, their ill health. I've had people on the phone crying to me about this idea of a koala park that's not even going to work. I'm sorry, I do not respect the policy idea, because I do want koalas to survive and I do want them to be, in our environment here. But why? We must ask the question, why aren't they growing in numbers as we've grown the national parks over the past 15 years? What are we doing wrong that puts them in such great danger and great threat? You must understand, when you're at a state forest, we have two scientists that go through every paddock or every part that is going to be logged. And is that the way to have a conversation? You yell out bull, S-H-I-T. That is not respect. If we want to fix this, if we want to be a little bit more clever like Canada and Europe, where they have a sustainable logging industry, where the Greens and where industry can work together, that is not the language of that. That is the language of disrespect, and to have fighting and to have stupidity and have good blue collar workers on the dole and not having a job.